Welcome to Vivid English Podcast. Hello, everyone. I am Sarah, your host for today.
And hello to all our listeners. I am James. It is wonderful to be here.
It's great to have you. We have a really interesting topic to get into today. How are you feeling? Ready to go?
I'm feeling great. I have my coffee, and I am so ready to explore this because today's topic, it's one of those things that, it seems small at first.
Yeah.
But once you notice it, you see it absolutely everywhere.
Oh, completely. I was actually scrolling through the news on my phone this morning, and it just hit me. We expect learners to just read a newspaper, but the headlines, they're so bizarre.
Bizarre is a good word.
They're like a secret code.
A secret code is the perfect way to describe it.
Right. I was looking at one and I thought, if I said this sentence out loud, people would think I was, I don't know, a robot or something. The grammar feels broken.
Totally.
The words are so intense. It's like its own little language inside of English.
It really is. And, linguists actually call it headlines. It's not just random mistakes. It's a specific style. It has its own rules, its own vocabulary, and even its own concept of time.
And that is exactly our mission for today. We are going to crack that code. We want to break down the rules of headline English so that when you see a headline pop up, you're not confused. You know exactly what's going on.
We're going to look at what we're calling the grammar diet, which is why words just disappear. We'll explore the weird time-traveling verb tenses, some clever punctuation hacks, and of course those super high-energy power verbs journalists love to use.
Okay, let's start with that. The grammar diet. I love that phrase. It's like the sentences are trying to fit into their old jeans or something.
That's exactly it. You have to think about where this comes from. In old print newspapers, space was money. Every letter cost something.
And now it's screen space on our phones.
Exactly. It's about attention. You have maybe 50 characters to grab someone before they just swipe away.
So it's an economy of attention. You've got to cut the fat.
Precisely. So let's look at the first thing to get cut from this diet. The extra calories of the sentence, you could say.
That would be the articles, right?
Rule number 1, no articles. Words like a, an, and the are almost always the first to go.
Which is so funny because we spend so much time teaching students that they have to use them. The is the most common word in English.
It is. But in a headline, it's just dead weight. It doesn't add new meaning. So if you were speaking normally, you'd say, a man saved the dog. It's perfect.
But it's 5 words long.
Too long, so you strip it down.
And it becomes...
Man saves dog.
Man saves dog. It's so blunt, almost primitive.
It is. Like a caveman talking. Man, save dog. But your brain just fills in the gaps instantly. You know what it means.
It does sound a bit robotic, but I get the efficiency. Okay, so articles are out. What's the next thing to go on this grammar diet?
The next rule is missing be verbs. We're talking about words like is, are, was, and were.
Okay. This is where it gets really tricky for learners, I think, especially with the passive voice.
Yes, this is a huge one. Let's take a crime story. In normal English, you'd say 3 people were arrested. But in a headline, that word were is just taking up space. So
you just delete it.
Gone.
Yeah.
So the headline is 3 arrested in drug raid.
3 arrested. Okay, I can see how a learner might look at that and think, wait, who did the arresting? Did the number 3 arrest someone?
Huh? Right. Did the number three put someone in handcuffs? But because it's news, our brains understand that it means three people were arrested.
We just bridge that gap automatically.
It creates this sense of urgency. It strips the event down to its bare bones, the number, the action, the place.
It really does make the news feel faster, like little bullets of information, no articles, no be verbs.
Exactly. And, this need for speed and urgency, it takes us to the part that I think is the most difficult, the timeline.
Oh, the timeline. This is where the code gets really weird because normally time rules and grammar are pretty strict.
They are. But headlines play fast and loose with time. So let's break this down. In a normal conversation, if the president signed a bill yesterday, you'd use the past tense. The president signed the bill.
Simple past. It's done. Over.
But if a newspaper prints president signed bill, it feels kind of old history.
So what do they do to make it feel new?
They use the present simple tense, even for something that already happened.
So the headline reads, President signs bill.
That's it. President signs bill, even if he signed it yesterday.
That's psychological, isn't it? It makes it feel like it's happening right now as you read it.
It puts you in the room. It makes the news feel like it's breaking, even when it's not. It's a neat trick.
That's fascinating. Okay, so present simple is for the past. What about the future? How do they talk about what will happen without using the word will?
This is a really special one, and you pretty much only see it in journalism. For the future, headlines use the infinitive. So, to plus a verb.
Just to visit or to meet.
Exactly. So let's say a minister is going to Seoul tomorrow. The minister will visit Seoul is too long.
So they chop it.
And the headline becomes Minister to visit Seoul.
Minister to visit Seoul. It sounds almost like a to-do list item or something.
It does. It functions like a pointer, pointing to the future. And it sounds more definite than will, somehow, like it's already scheduled and confirmed.
Okay, so present simple for the past, the infinitive for the future. Is there anything else?
Just one more common one. For something that is happening right now or it's an ongoing situation, headlines will often drop the be verb and just use the ing form.
Like just the verb with ing.
Yep. Think about the tech industry. It's always in flux.
Yeah.
So a headline might say, tech giants fighting for AI dominance.
Not are fighting, just fighting.
Right. It implies it's a continuous struggle. It's happening now, and it's not over. It drops you right into the middle of the action.
I love that. So the present makes the past immediate, the infinitive points to the future, and ing puts you in the middle of the action. It really is like time travel.
Journalists are basically time travelers. They bend time to keep our attention.
Okay, we have to talk about punctuation. Because if the grammar is weird, the punctuation is just total anarchy.
It's organized anarchy.
I see commas and colons used in ways I was taught were completely wrong. Let's start with the comma.
The comma. Okay.
Mm.
In a normal sentence, a comma separates items in a list. In a headline, a comma usually just means and.
Just and, that's it.
That's it. Think about business news. Apple and NVIDIA are working together. You could write Apple and NVIDIA.
But and is 3 letters. A comma is 1 character.
Exactly. So the headline is Apple and NVIDIA join forces.
Apple and NVIDIA join forces. That little comma is doing a lot of work there.
It's pure efficiency. And what about the colon? The 2 dots.
I see that all the time with quotes.
Yes. The colon is basically shorthand for attribution. It just means someone said this.
Because writing out the CEO said that is way too slow.
Way too slow. Imagine a CEO makes a big prediction. The headline won't be the CEO stated that profits are expected to double.
It'll just be CEO, profits will double.
Boom, CEO, profits will double. The colon is the voice. It separates the speaker from what they said. It's so clean.
It is clean. Okay, but now we have to talk about the most dangerous punctuation mark in all of news, the question mark.
Ah, yes, the question mark. If you take one thing away today, let it be this. Be very, very careful with headlines that end in a question mark.
Why is that?
Because in news, a question mark almost always means speculation. It means this is not a confirmed fact.
Right.
A lot of the time, it's just clickbait.
Clickbait. They just want you to click the link.
Right. There's an old rule in journalism called Betteridge's Law of Headlines. It says any headline that ends in a question mark can be answered by the word no.
Haha, really? Just no.
Think about it. You see a headline like,
Yeah.
Is AI taking your job?
That's a scary headline.
It's meant to be. It grabs your fear. But if
Okay.
the answer was a definite yes, what would the headline say?
It would say AI is taking your job.
Exactly. The fact they have to ask it as a question means they don't have enough proof to state it as a fact.
That is such a good tip. See a question mark, be skeptical.
Instantly, it's a huge red flag.
Okay, let's move on to my favorite part of headline English, the drama, the big cinematic vocabulary.
Yes, the power verbs. These are usually short, punchy words that are packed with emotion.
It's like they're trying to make a boring government announcement sound like a movie trailer.
That is absolutely the goal. Let's go through a few classics. You see this one all the time. Slam.
Slam, like slamming a door.
That's the image. It means to criticize something very, very strongly. It's a verbal attack.
A senator disagrees with the new policy, which sounds a bit sleepy.
Right. The headline shouts, Senator slams new policy. You can almost hear it. It creates conflict.
I love it. Okay, what's another one?
How about spark? S-P-A-R-K.
Like starting a fire.
Exactly. A spark is that tiny thing that starts a huge fire. So in headlines, it means to cause something to start suddenly, usually something dramatic.
So you wouldn't say the new rule caused a debate?
Caused is weak, you'd say. New rule sparks debate. It's more explosive. It implies the situation was ready to ignite.
That's a great one. Okay, what about this one? It always sounds a little ominous to me. Loom.
Oh, yes, loom. We use this when something big and threatening is on the horizon, but it's not here yet, like a big storm cloud.
So it's always for bad news.
Almost always, you'll see. Recession looms over economy. It creates a sense of dread, of anticipation. It makes you want to read to find out more.
Okay, one last one. I.
I. As a verb, which is strange, but headlines love tuning nouns into verbs.
So what does it mean to eye something?
It means to look at something as a target or a goal, to consider it.
Like you've got your eye on the prize.
Exactly. So a business headline might be Company Eyes expansion into Japan.
Company eyes expansion. It's so much more active than is considering.
It's shorter, it's punchier, and once you learn these words, slam, spark, loom, eye, you realize journalists use them over and over.
It's true. Now, let's zoom in on something a bit more advanced because we're in 2026. And the way we get our news, it brings up issues of bias and technology.
This is so important. Understanding the grammar is step one, but understanding the intent behind the words, that's step two.
We call that reading between the lines.
Exactly, because a newspaper's choice of words tells you everything about its point of view.
Can you give us an example?
Sure. Let's imagine a conflict. One newspaper might call a group of people freedom fighters. Another paper, describing the exact same group, might call them rebels.
Wow. Okay. Freedom fighters sounds noble, heroic. Rebels sounds dangerous, chaotic.
But the facts on the ground might be identical. The word choice, the label, tells you who the newspaper supports. You have to be a detective when you read.
That's so true. And speaking of being a detective in 2026, technology is a huge part of this now.
It is. AI is everywhere.
Mm.
But you have to remember, the AI is also a filter. It's writing that summary based on the biased language in the headline in the first paragraph.
So if the headline is dramatic, the AI summary will probably be dramatic too.
Exactly. And the algorithms are designed to show you things they think you'll react to. So it can create a bit of an echo chamber if you're not careful.
Which actually leads me to my number one practical tip for everyone listening. The best way to learn this stuff and fight the confusion,
Ooh, what is it?
it's simple. Don't stop at the headline.
It sounds simple, but it's so hard to do in our busy lives.
I know. But the headline is just the bait. If you really want to understand, you have to read the first paragraph. In journalism, that's called the lead, Lead.
And why is the lead so important?
Because the lead usually has the full grammatically correct sentences. It has all the information that the headline had to cut out.
Ah, so you can use it to check your work.
Exactly. Read the headline, guess what it means, then read the lead and see if you were right. It turns reading the news into a little game.
That is a fantastic way to study. You're actively testing yourself instead of just passively reading.
Well, we have covered so much today. The grammar diet, the time travel, the power verbs.
We really have. It's amazing how much is packed into just a few words at the top of an article.
It's a real skill. You know, I'm curious, why do you read the news?
For me, it's practical. I want to know what's happening in the world so I can make good decisions. It's about being informed. How about you?
For me, I think I read the news to understand the language of the world. It connects me to people and places. When I read a headline, even a strange one, I feel like I'm getting a little window into someone else's reality.
That's a beautiful way to put it. Language really is a bridge.
It is. And for all of you listening, we hope this conversation helps you build that bridge a little stronger.
Absolutely. The next time you see a confusing headline, don't be scared of it. See it as a puzzle.
Remember the grammar diet. No articles, no be verbs.
Remember the timeline. Present for past, to for future.
And keep an eye out for those power verbs.
Yes. Keep your eyes open, think critically, and have your dictionary ready.
That is fantastic advice. We really hope you enjoyed exploring headline English with us today.
It has been an absolute pleasure. Thank you for listening.
Before we sign off, if you enjoyed this and found it useful, it would mean the world to us if you'd support the show.
Yes, please don't forget to subscribe and come back to the Vivid English podcast. We have so many more things we want to talk about with you.
We really appreciate every one of you. Thanks for being here.
Have a wonderful week, everyone. Keep practicing.
See you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.